Good morning, student. Today we are going to continue the poem Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. Student, last day we studied line number 1 to 10, and in that part we had discussed how does the poet Pablo Neruda want us to keep quiet, and what was the message behind that we had discussed by that complete stillness. Today we are going to continue the poem, and that is line number 11 to 14. There, fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Student, these four lines here telling about the condition of fisherman, as in the last day we had discussed, last module we had discussed on the part of keeping quiet. The poet insists us to keep quiet for 12. So here the poem we are going to continue and telling here that the fisherman in the cold sea, it means you can see in the picture that is given, the fisherman is trying to capture the fishes, but that particular meaning of that cold sea here, the polar region, and would not harm whales. It means these two lines here explaining about the condition of oppressor who is usually oppressed the other persons. So we should stop this situation. The oppressor should stop to oppress the lower caste people and so on. And the man gathering salt would look at his hurt's hand. It means the man who is gathering salt, he would look at his hurt hands. It means whatever the injury he has got by his salt gathering, he would look at on them. So after all, by these complete four lines, we had discussed here that the fisherman in the cold sea would not harm whales. It means the cold sea here represents how man is ruthlessly destroying nature and harming others' species in cold blood for his selfish need and greed. It means the man for his selfish deed is just destroying, just killing the nature and also harming other species. Next one, his hurt hands, that represents here the sure hands of the salt gatherers would make him realize how he is harming himself by his mindless corrosive activities. It means the salt gatherers would look at his hurt hand and also find out whatever the harms he had done in his life. His hurt hands, student, there is also a poetic device that's of alliteration. So hope you understood these four lines. Next lines are here. Those who prepare green wars with the gas, wars with the fire, victories with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shed doing nothing. So student, these lines here telling about, you can see here that the poet describes about of wars. First of all, green wars. It means, as you know that very well, in the country, in everywhere in the world, we are seeing that the nature is also going to destroy. So we should preserve this one. By the greenhouse effect, you can see that how they are harmful to the nature and so on. So wars with the gas, also you can see in the World War First and Second, there happened the situation, they used the gases of war. Wars with the fire, it means whenever the wars is going on, there is so many of harms, so many of injuries, so many of losses and so on. So whatever the result of these wars, though we got the victory, but there is actually no survivors. Nobody was remained to live at that particular place. So what is the effect of these wars? We had seen here there are no survivors. So after all, the poet, last three lines, he just going to give us a message that what we should do, we would put on clean clothes. We would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shed doing nothing. It means we should stop such activities. We should put on clean clothes. It means we should put on, you can say that, the white dresses and so on. It means we should pour on we should pure our soul, and we should walk about with their brothers in the shed doing nothing. So student, you can see here as the words wars with, they are two given. It means there is the poet used alliteration as well as repetition too. Victories with no survivor, this line shows here irony. It means, whatever is explained here has a different meaning. It will be the victory where no survivors will be left to celebrate it. Such a victory will be meaningless. Put on clean clothes, that is a metaphor. The poet used here metaphor because of man would shed his blood soiled clothes and wear clean clothes. Then after brothers, that is a symbol of mankind. And at last in the shed that represents also a metaphor. We will protect and shelter each other as brothers, thus live in peace and harmony. So by this line the poet explained here about the effect of wars. Though we got the victories, but there is no survivors. At last the poet insists us that we should leave all of these things. We should stop our work. We should stop to shed the blood soiled, and also we should wear the clean clothes. And after that we should create the feeling of universal brotherhood and so on. So student, after that the poet is telling about what I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. It means what I want, the poet going to clear everything. He doesn't here want to any confuse. He said that he doesn't want total inactivity. Total inactivity, student, we know that in that activity we should stop our everything, every task by physically, by mentally, we should stop the task. But the poet is not agree with that total inactivity. Actually, he is not agree with the death also. Life is what it is about. It means life is what? The meaning of life, we know that it is going to be continue, it is going to be survive, it is going to be search new things, it is going to be help and so on. It is not that the poet is not also agree with that the truck with death. What is the meaning of no truck with death? That you can see in the picture, there is also showing the image of a woman who is a symbol of peacefulness. And no truck with death, it means to reject or to have nothing to do with. So student, hope you enjoyed this poem. This is the time for question for practice. Let's see them. The question number 1, how is keeping quiet related to life and can change attitude? The options are, it helps to think and search soul, helps to scratch one's soul, helps to develop new thinking process, all these. So student, right answer is that all these. Question number 2, how will keeping quiet protect our environment? By creating peaceful and brotherhood feelings, no noise will be there, people will not fight, none. By creating peace and brotherhood feelings, right answer is that. Question number 3, why is silence treated as a big issue? So student, the options are here. It helps to search our soul, helps us to analyze our actions, helps us to be thoughtful and find our true self, all these. The right answer is all these. So the question number 4 is that what should not be confused with total inactivity or death? No movement, a statue, talking people, stillness and silence. We all know that the poet does not agree with that. In that total inactivity, he is just going to be clear that the stillness and the silence. The question number 5 is that what is the sadness in the poem that the poet speaks about? The poet, you can see here the options, violence because of unthoughtfulness of the people, unnecessary moments, speaking aloud, fighting. The right answer is that the poem that the poet speaks about violence because of unthoughtfulness of the people. How will silence benefit the man and nature? Both will be friends. Man will know nature better. Man will be healthy. Man will stop hurting nature, and both will heal themselves. So the right answer is the last D. Man will stop hurting nature and both will heal themselves. So student, this is time for assignments. Let's see here. So question number 1. What does the poet ask fisherman not to do? You know very well about the task of fisherman. The poet here wants to stop his activities. Why? What's the reason? You will have to explain here. Question number 2. What sort of wars are mentioned in the above lines. It means, as you have explained about the wars, what sort of wars you have to define here. What kind of victory will it be? And the question number 4, what does the poet want and what should it not be confused with? The last question, how does the poet distinguish stillness from total inactivity? Why does Neruda say, I want no truck with death? Why does he say that? I want no truck with death. So students, hope you enjoyed this lecture, this module. See you soon. Thank you.